anyone else feel like their life is just falling apart and they don't know how to get it back together again? My name is Annie. I am a professional working mom, kind of in between things at the moment, and I have 2 young kids. One is in grade 3 and the other is preschool, and I don't know how you manage to do the best of both worlds. So yeah, I've known that I need to help people, probably because I need help. I think one projects a lot of things onto others. You see needs in others, and actually you are in need of what you perceive others to need. I've been coaching my whole life in a way. Because of my profession, I've had to do health coaching with people with diabetes and weight issues and blood pressures and asthmas and anxieties and whatever have you. I've worked in ketamine clinics where you had to coach people with anxieties and post-traumatic stress and whatever have you, depression. I've had my fair share of whatever have you as well. Illness, hardship, premature children, husbands that are working the whole time trying to run businesses. And the one thing that I noticed, and I think that's why I had to stop, is that it's easy to tell people what to do. It's so easy when you're on the outside. It's so logic, it's so easy, but when you're inside, when you're in the problem, you know what the answers are, but they're not always practical. So I don't know about other moms that work or try to work or try and just contribute financially. I don't know how moms do it as a rule these days, to be quite honest. I don't even want to go in the direction of single mom. I feel like a single mom sometimes, and I'm not technically one, although my partner works quite late at night and I'm pretty much solely responsible for the house and all of that. But I don't know how you keep everything together these days. I don't know. I've read it all, I've seen it all. I know the science, I know the esoteric, I know the coaches, I know it all, I've done it all, I get it. Get up at 5, that's awesome, unless and except that my daughter had a nightmare again last night, so that's super cool. I've trained myself from a night owl to get up at 5 or wake up at 5. I trained myself to go to bed earlier. It's not working. It's not. I'm up, but I didn't sleep. Not because I didn't want to go to bed, because I'm bloody well doing homework. And not house cleaning homework. The house is a disaster. That's why I'm not shooting my video there. Because that looks like freaking hoarders place. I don't have the energy to freaking sort it out. I'm doing homework. Because this year mom has to be more involved in school homework. It's super cool. But no, man. You get moms sending messages at 8:30 at night asking for the homework sheet. That makes me feel better. I'm not alone. So I get that. But oh my goodness, like, what's happening? We've got to try and get up early. We've got to read library books for them. It's read aloud week. I'm game. I need to do that. That's cool. I've got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 5-year-old can't read, so I have to read her books. The 8-year-old wants to read stories that he can't quite read it himself, and he's too exhausted when he gets home. So you've got to read there. He is trying to read as well, but he wants to finish his book in the week, and it doesn't always happen. When are you supposed to do all the things that you read up on? When are you supposed to have me time, have your 15-minute power quarter of an hour in the mornings? When are you supposed to do that? I understand you need to exercise. I understand you need to eat healthy. I forget to eat half of the time because I have to do everything. When do you do it? How does it work? I don't know if someone can give me tips, but it feels like I'm always lagging behind with everything. I know you need to prioritize. Food's important. It's important to make healthy food. The last few weeks we've just been taking takeout, just not because I like it, because I don't have time, I don't have energy to do it. I made food last night. We ended up eating at 8:15 in the evening. By that time, our kids are supposed to be in bed. We had a cricket match that started late. We got home whatever time. South Africa, we have lack of load shedding. We don't have electricity, so the online stuff cannot be done anyways. There's no signal. How do you do all of that? How do you sort that out? It's tax month. I've got to sort out my taxes. I end up sending some info every third day. It's almost the end of the month. Anyways, we'll see. You want to do your own thing. You want to start your own business or run your own business. How do you do that? How do you make sure your kid has ballet shoes, but you also have your singing lessons, because you deserve to do something that makes you happy. You deserve it. Yes, I bloody well deserve it. But when am I supposed to do that? I find that a lot of people that do these coaching channels and that are fantastic human beings, I've a lot of respect for them all. And what they say makes absolute perfect sense. I get it all. I preach it. I tell people. I've coached people. I get it. The problem for me is a lot of them are men. Nothing against men. I don't blame men for where I am. I'm not one of those people, but it's not that easy. It's different when you're a female. We are just different. So the men, I get it. I get that rigid routine. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, because so and so will wet the bed in the evenings. So that's super cool. You're on your little track. Don't break the chain. Make sure that your habits don't break more than one day. Yes, if you haven't slept for 5 nights, I'm sorry, I'm breaking the bloody chain. I'm breaking it because I need to survive. So that's a problem for me. A lot of them, if they had kids, the kids are grown up. Or they had stay-at-home wives that helped. Or they're billionaires, so they have 15 nannies. I know they're rich because of implementing things, but I tell you now that their wives are at home with their kids. You can't do that anymore. It's not relevant in a way anymore. A lot of the people that are women that do these things don't have kids. They don't have kids. The new generation motivational people are still, they're not married. I'm not married. Marriage doesn't bother me, but they're in young relationships and even in middle-aged relationships where they don't want children. So that's super cool. That's super cool, telling me, let's be a woman, let's be a go-getter, you can do everything. That's super cool. But you don't have kids. You don't have kids, so don't tell me how I should run my day. Don't tell me that. And the other half have kids that are older. So that's super cool when you're in your 50s and you do this coaching, because your kids are older. But who's there that's realistic for people that really want to, but that have to be there for their children as well? I know studies, I've looked up on these mommy groups. Studies show that women that work are 18% more stressed. Studies show that this working moms' kids are more successful, and that. Studies, my bum. That's my job, is studies. Sometimes you just have to treat someone as a person and not as a study subject. How do you do that? How do you personalize a coping mechanism? Because I feel that's what one needs to do. You need a coping mechanism. All of us want to fly. I want to fly. But how do I do that? So if someone can help me, it just feels like life has kicked me in the balls at the moment. I don't know how to keep everything together. How do you do that? How do you be a good mom and not scream at your children the whole time? I am patient. I'm a patient mom. I'm not a big aggressive person. And I find myself screaming because we cannot get supper on the table because of the amount of things that need to be done. You want an all-rounded kid. We practice piano once a week at this stage because there's no time. And when there is, it's a fight. How do you do that? How do you eat healthy? How do you not just buy your kids McDonald's every night? How do you yourself try and be healthy and exercise and have a hobby and have a business and have a sorted out house and have a freaking medical plan of when you go to the dentist and for your mammogram and everything planned out? How do you do that as a normal person, not as someone that has unlimited freaking resources? I don't want to hear from people that have that. How do you do that? How does the normal me and you do that without falling apart? So maybe this is just a way to start something that we can support each other. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired of people telling me how to do things when they don't know how to do it. Maybe one should just figure it out as you go along and just tell people that we're in the same boat. I really want to hear if anyone feels the same as I do, because this is a joke. Yeah, I didn't shoot yesterday. I should have maybe shot it yesterday. I was a lot more wired up. I felt like an illegal electrical connection yesterday. I actually had to take a calming tablet last night. It was insane. And I have gone through my anxiety and depression treatment and finished it, and have done the self-help to not be there anymore. Just an FYI. I've done the right stuff. It doesn't change my bloody situation. It means my palpitations are less. It doesn't make my day less busy and chaotic. So yeah, let me know. That would be great if someone would say, I feel your pain, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together. I'm not claiming to know things. I've done that long enough. I'm claiming to struggle like everyone else, and we can coach each other through this rather than be a coach. Let me know what you feel. Subscribe for what it's worth. I don't even know. Probably I'm just ranting on my own anyways. I have a feeling, and I know that most moms feel the same. But you have to keep up a facade, because the other moms always look beautiful and so together. And I know for a fact, because of what I did, that they fall apart at home. I think it's a female thing. We like to make each other feel guilty. Don't know why. It's quite odd. The whole world's been against us for centuries, and yet we still sabotage each other. It's insane. Anyways, let me know. I'll do another rant next week. Have a less chaotic day. Drop a few F-bombs. I'm not sure. They say studies show they make you feel better. I don't know if they do. I didn't feel better when I said them in my head this morning on the way to school. Quite a few times. Not in front of my kids, because God forbid they say that at school. It makes me a bad parent. So, anyways, I'll rant again next week. Hope your day turns out better. Let me know your tips, please. Oh my word. Ciao, I'm almost home. Now the work starts.